How's everyone doing? We're going to do a little ramble video. Usually I have something written down next to me, notes of some sort, so I keep my thoughts together. I'm not going to do that today. Today I'm just going to kind of go with it. I was just sitting out back and it's about 83 degrees, nice, sunny. It's our first really nice day in May this year. So I wanted to talk about the Hamilton Khaki Pilot Pioneer, not the little 36 mil old school pilot watch version. This newer, whatever they want to, I guess it's their newer version. They have two of the same thing. Names are confusing. I don't know why they can't just simplify things a little bit, but they don't. Anyway, this watch is 43 millimeters wide, 47 millimeter lug to lug with a 22 millimeter lug width. So when you see watches on Instagram, things like that, everything always looks way bigger than it really is. Just camera angle. So my wrist is about a 7.25, little under, and this is 43 millimeters. Not a ton of I'll get up here. Not a ton of wrist real estate this way or this way with the 47 millimeter lug to lug. I think it's more than an acceptable look. It doesn't look huge like some of the dive watches do now, where you're getting these like 46 millimeter, 52 millimeter lug width, ridiculous dive watches. I guess the older I'm getting, the more I'm kind of getting more to, like, not so much to traditional 34, 36 sizes, but I am starting to lean that way more than I do the bigger, blingy or attention grabbing type watches. And I've said this in videos before, I don't want to wear a watch to draw attention. I don't do it for attention, or someone says, oh, that looks expensive, or I don't care about that. I have zero desire at all for anyone to really even know what I'm wearing 99% of the time. Just like I've been looking into, and I said I would never do it, but I'm starting to look at watches as more of a value retention, not value retention, get like a better return on my investment, I guess. So, you can play around in the mid tier all day long, and I think Bruce recently made a video about this. You don't really make money on watches, but I would like to be able to retain more. I've added up the money that I've spent on watches over the past 24 years, I guess, when I started to really get into buying my own wristwatches, and it's really sickening, the things I could have purchased. But at the time, it was just, they were too expensive to me, I thought. But looking back on it, it would have been the smarter move just to spend the money on the much more expensive watches and have value retention. So I think my next purchase, I'm really thinking about an Explorer, Rolex Explorer in 39 mil, what they call the Mark II dial. So you have the loomed 3, 6, and 9, and that is, I think it's what is that, 217 420. I can't remember the number designation, but anyway, the new Mark II with the loomed Arabic numerals in 39 mil. I wanted to do the 36 mil, but I think the 36 mil will probably be maybe too small. I don't know. That's an idea I'm still going to play with back and forth. The things that I prefer on the 39 is it has the newer movement, which is arguably better and much more accurate, and it has the much better clasp. That was one thing I could never get over with Rolex, was the money that they wanted for a watch in a stamped steel Seiko clasp. It never made sense to me. So I'm now going to start journeying down a road I said I would never go down. Told myself that multiple times, yet here we are. But the reason I like that watch in particular is just, it doesn't scream Rolex. A Submariner screams Rolex to me. A Date Just screams Rolex to me. because of the Cyclops. I like that the Explorer has there's no Cyclops, there's no bling, there's no nothing. It's just straightforward utilitarian watch. But anyway, with that said, that little ramble over, let's get to the Hamilton. So the Hamilton Khaki Pilot Pioneer in 43. It only comes in one size. Hamilton claims, I believe, 41. I guess if you stop right here at the bezel. But anyway, 43 millimeters in diameter, 47 millimeter lug to lug. So it wears very Seiko-ish to me when you're describing dimensions versus how it feels. Kind of like an SKX is, 42.5 by 46. It doesn't wear like a 42.5 millimeter watch to me because, lug length is everything most times. Anyway, this watch has a 22 millimeter lug width. I placed this on this blue Armilla strap. It's seen better days. It looks better on the green one, but I like this blue one because it's kind of summer. It has more of a summer feel to it. Anyway, 100 meter water resistance. This is a push pull only, and I'm not going to pull it out and mess with the time because I don't want to redo it. This watch keeps really, really, really good time. I found that if I leave it at nighttime on crown side down, it loses about 4-5 seconds overnight. Then under normal wearing conditions of the day, it gains probably 6 seconds. So I've got this watch to keep about +2. So for a watch in this price range that I can keep to 1 minute a month accuracy realistically on a gain, I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, your top is what controls your countdown bezel. Bidirectional, however you want to do it. But I do like that it locks down because you can't tap it, screw it up. There's nothing that you can really do to mess up your time. So if you are using it for something important-ish, I guess, what that would be, I use this when I'm grilling. Honestly, I use it as a grill timer, a couple other things, but I don't think any of us are taking this watch into any kind of serious flying scenarios, but maybe. This is powered by an H10 movement, which is a derivative of the 2824-2. Sorry, completely lost my thought. So the back does not have a screw in crown. It has a screw down crown, I guess is what I would call it. You can see it kicking along there. But regardless, it still has 100 meter water resistance. This isn't anything that I am going to be taking in the lake anyway. Oh, I did want to show you this while I was thinking about it. See how your distance here, so I can get it by the camera. There's not a whole lot of distance between the case and your spring bar. So if you're a NATO guy, like I am, it's more of a pain in the butt. It'll go, but it's not going to pop in there real easy like one of Hamilton's, like their 42 millimeter field watches, because those have like a 51 millimeter lug to lug length on them. But the watch itself, I like it. It's a different look. It has the field watch look to it, but it just has a little bit more pizzazz, I guess. I don't even know what word I would use for that. There's just more going on in the bezel, and once again, like I said, I don't really care about other people noticing, but to me, it just makes it more interesting for you as a wearer to buy it. Reason I took it, you can buy this watch on a bracelet, which I did. I always buy them on the bracelet, or you can get them on a strap, whatever Hamilton, I don't know who their supplier is for their straps, but they come on that. It's a nice bracelet. It's got a good clasp, but all the center links are freaking huge. It's like an oyster oyster style bracelet look, but it isn't. And they're all high polish. I hate high polish center links. They're scratch magnets. They show everything, and it just, like I said in the video, too blingy. I don't like that much shine. But anyway, these, I think they were retailing for about $1,000. I picked this one up from Ashford. This is the only watch I've ever purchased from Ashford, and I got it for about $450-ish, I think. My only issue is, so like when you buy things from Jama Shop, my Hamiltons I buy gray market. My only issue with the Ashford purchase was it came in this, I should have grabbed it. It's this tiny little leatherette looking travel case type thing. I don't know why Jama Shop can manage to get me the original manufacturer's box and Ashford can't. And I don't know if that's, if you have experience with Ashford and have seen that before, let me know. Maybe it's a thing that they do. I have no idea. Generally, my gray market-ish watches, those all come from Jama Shop, and I've always got all the manufacturer packaging with it. So that was kind of a new thing. But these are still floating around. I don't know if they're discontinued. Hamilton still shows them, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of them available. And maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, because I know they have like the aluminum ones, the PVD ones. I was only interested in the stainless steel. But anyway, I like this one. I think if you're a Hamilton fan like I am, if you like the Khaki 42 millimeter, this is a cool pickup. They look similar dial but different, so you can definitely have both if you want, and they're more than different enough to have in the same collection. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, this is the first video in a while I haven't written anything down or taken any pre-video notes, so I guess if I did a good job, you'll let me know. If I didn't, I'm sure I'll hear about it. You guys have a good day.